Knock, knock. Banana. Knock, knock. Banana. Knock, knock. Orange. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? This is third grade humor, but also the peak of comedy in my opinion. We grew up with knock-knock jokes and why did the chicken cross the road, which I still don't fully understand. But as we grow up, we grow more scared of humor. Humor is twisted into a tool to hurt rather than a tool to amuse. But we cannot let people who twist humor into something other than a joke win. We have to keep seeing past the people who say hurtful things in the name of humor. Humor has been an integral part of our culture and lives since long ago, so we cannot be scared of it now. My name is Sandhya Karthick, and today I want to show you just how humor can be used as a tool to educate engagingly, if only we as a society give it the space to let it. First, before we get too deep into the gritty details of comedy, the trials and tribulations of humor, I want to show you just how good it is for us in general. According to the National Library of Medicine, laughter is a normal and natural physiologic response to certain stimuli with widely acknowledged psychological benefits. These benefits include a decrease in stress, an increase in relaxation, and overall happiness, which God knows we all need. Keeping this in mind, we can see just why humor has been with us for every stage of our time on Earth. More than a few years ago, during the age of Romeo and Juliet, Mercutio, who is Romeo's best friend, said this before dying. "Ask for me tomorrow and you shall find a grave man." Get it? Grave, because he's about to die. It's funny, y'all get it. Now, pivoting to what you'll soon find is my favorite type of joke. Knock, knock. Toby. Toby or not Toby? That is the question. Writers like Shakespeare are common in high school English classes around the world, and exchanges like those are common in my high school English classes. So I propose that we as a society make more use of humor's educational aspects. For some context, I'd like to speak about some comedians who stood out in society as exceptional. Knock, knock. Charlie. Charlie Chaplin. We all know of the silent comedy actor with his cheeky on-screen persona, but with a little bit of research, you can find out that his name was Sir Charles Spencer Chaplin, and his screen persona had the name The Tramp. Fun, huh? Now, while most of us have heard of him, I'm willing to bet not a lot of us have watched enough of his skits or movies to figure out just why he was such a beloved figure in the film and comedy industries. The comedy of Charlie Chaplin is a perfect example of how humor can continue through time. He is usually portrayed as a lower-class man who gets up to shenanigans while trying to get a better life. His comedy revolved around poking fun at the societal and behavioral differences between those of the lower and upper class. That theme has continued through time. I'm talking about comedy revolving around poking fun at our differences. Keep that in mind as we move to our next comedian. We know the drill by now, y'all. Knock, knock. Trevor. Trevor Noah. 7 years after the death of Charlie Chaplin, Trevor Noah was born. Trevor Noah is a South African comedian, actor, writer, political commentator, television host, and producer. Yeesh, what a resume, huh? Now, while most of us have heard of his stint on The Daily Show, I'd like to explain what The Daily Show is for those of us who have never been on the internet. It is a late-night talk show which revolves around making fun of the news. Jumping from Charlie Chaplin to Trevor Noah is a heck of a change, but if we look closer, we can see some similarities. They both come from troubled backgrounds and grew up to be very funny people. So the moral of the story is, trauma makes you funny. No, I'm kidding. We can see a similarity in their topics. Both Charlie Chaplin and Trevor Noah focused on societal issues of their time, class inequality for the former and the government in general for the latter. I mean, am I wrong? Half the Daily Show was just making fun of whoever the current president was. Noah used that show to educate the public about what was going on in the world without being mind-numbingly boring. No offense to BBC News, but that kind of comedy is the kind that we should all seek to emulate and master. One more time, y'all. Knock, knock. Boo. No need to cry. But we are getting into the serious part of the speech. When I was younger, I was scared of the news. Hearing about wars and famines with little to no mention of what was being done to help it terrified me. I would avoid the news religiously. But then I discovered Trevor Noah. His jokes and witty remarks helped ease me into the terrible world that we live in with hurricanes every other day and at least 3 wars at a time. If not for that humor in the middle of that darkness, I might have never wanted to be more knowledgeable about those things. I might have preferred to remain in the dark. So, as my time with you comes to an end, I want to say once more, humor is meant to entertain and can be an amazing tool for education, so we can all cut it a little bit more slack. Let me leave you with one last knock-knock joke. Knock, knock. Sure. Sure hope you had fun listening to my knock-knock jokes. Thank you.